My mom's having a hard time doing things for herself these days, and she has a carpet here that she had at her house. It's one of her favorite carpets. It's a rug, really. And you can see here it's got stains. It's on the back of it. It's rolled up now. I'll spread it out in a minute, show you what it looks like. And we could have paid a bunch of money to get it professionally cleaned, I guess. But I thought I'd give it a shot, try to clean it myself for her, and then take it back to her. So I'm here in my driveway, and I'll spread it out, show you what I'm up against and what kind of stuff I've got. I'm going to try to clean it, and let's see how successful I am. And just so you can see on the back side as I'm unrolling it, all the different stains and things. This is the one that's in her living room, where she sits most of the time and watches TV. And yeah, it's pretty nasty. A lot of mess on that. I'll probably start by vacuuming it. My plan is to use some detergent, some carpet cleaner stuff, brush it really good. I've got I've got one of those hydrant things that you use. I got yard hydrant, you call it. It sprays water very powerfully. I mean, it's not as much as like a pressure washer, but still it sprays it really hard. And so I'm going to use warm water and detergents. And Nikki bought me some nice carpet shampoo. I'm going to try my best to clean this up for her. It's probably, I don't know when was the last time, if it was ever cleaned. So here we go. So I'm definitely going to vacuum it before I start washing it, because I want it to be as clean as it can be before I even get started. I don't want to be forcing dirt back down into it. So we're going to vacuum it with the Dyson. This is my old Dyson that I use in the shop now. Got a ball animal too that I use in the house to keep Hendrix's mess up. And of course, looks like I'm not plugged in. So my wife Nikki has bought me various different things. I'm going to use Blue Wolf, the good stuff it says on it here. Carpet and upholstery shampoo, deep cleaning action. Can also be used for spot treatment. And it does have some directions on it. I'm going to try to follow the directions somewhat at least. Mix it on with some water. For the really hard things, Nikki bought me a fairly nice Libman brush here that I'm going to use. I'm not getting paid for any of this. It's not endorsements. She just went and bought me some stuff. She put this out there. This is it's like this has been used before. This is just one of our little squeegee mop things that has a really nice stiff brush on it as well. I'll use that, and then so I don't break my back, for most of it I'm going to stand and I'm going to scrub and everything with this that she bought me. Rubbermaid makes this, it looks like. So Nikki bought this stuff yesterday, 12-inch heavy duty deck brush. So yeah, let's give this thing a go. So I sprayed it, scrubbed it with shampoo and stuff. And I've been shop vacuuming it here with the wet dry vac, trying to get as much water and filth out of it as I can. This thing feels like it's full, so I'm gonna go empty it and then shop vac it some more. I've done multiple rinses, multiple scrubs. There are just areas on it that's problematic and probably never gonna be really fully unstained unless there's somebody that could, I mean, I've got a steam cleaner. I could have tried it. I thought this was probably gonna be overwhelming for the steam cleaner. But I'll show you what water's in here and how nasty it is. Let's take a look. So all we're seeing here now is foam, but as I try to, you'll be able to see kind of what the water looks like. Pretty nasty, folks. That is all filth that's coming out of that rug. Look how nasty. Oh my gosh. Look at all that. Unreal. Okay. Maybe I should rinse it again. This was totally clean when I scrubbed it out when I started. So that is how much dirt was in that rug. Well, so definitely it's a lot cleaner than it was, whether it looks clean or not. Maybe I should spray it one more really good time, go one more quick scrub, and then suck some more nastiness out of it. I think maybe that's probably going to be the most effective thing to do, is just suck the dirt out of it. Here we go. Well, I think I've been over every inch of it with the Shop Vac. I did spray it down again, scrub all the problematic areas. It's definitely gonna be discolored. It's very wet right now. I'm gonna probably drape it over my fence here to dry as best I can. We're supposed to get some rain later today, and so I'll be taking it, rolling it up at whatever state it's in before the rain comes, and taking it in and maybe dry it tomorrow. Tomorrow's only supposed to be maybe 30, 31 degrees. But it's supposed to be sunny, so maybe it will still dry out tomorrow. That's been brutal, folks. I would recommend not doing it if you can't afford to hire somebody to do it. I thought I'd just give it a shot. I think I did get as much of that pink out of there as I could. Once it dries out, it'll still be pink, but I don't know how pink. There's little dots over there. It has to be part of whatever that pink was. And folks, I have scrubbed on that. So that really supposedly really good shampoo. I mean, I guess it helped. I can see I've got probably a third of a tank of water. Let's see how nasty it is after the second. Vacuuming. So we'll see if it's as nasty as it was the first time. It's like still we got a good bit of gray water in there, don't we? Pretty nasty. Not as bad as the first time though. But that's how much dirt was in that thing, man. Crazy. Still a lot of dirt. I'd sprayed off the pavement the day before, so I'm not pulling it up through the pavement. It should be fairly clean, the pavement actually. So now I have the rug up on my fence. You can see the water dripping off the bottom of it. So I've got it kind of split half and half here across. And hopefully it will drain. I sucked as much water as I could out of it, still plenty in it. And maybe it'll dry. I think we've got about maybe 3.5, 4 hours before rains come here. If we can get as much of the water out as possible before I take it in for the evening. I'll bring it back out tomorrow, let it dry some more, and then vacuum it again, and see what the result is. See if we've made any progress at all. Certainly we've gotten a lot of dirt out of it. In a very unconventional way, I know, on a very cold day. Hendrix is scared of the rug. It's just a rug. Why are you kicking dirt with your feet? It's just a rug. It's looking good though. Now that it's drying out, and I felt it. It's only been hanging here for a couple hours, and so the water's dripped out of it really well. I thought it would take a while for it to dry, but it's drying really fast. Look at the dog. Is it scary? Scary rug? It's just a rug. Hendrix. It's just a rug. It's okay, buddy. Of course, the other side is where the real nastiness was. But like I say, I'm really happy it's drained. It doesn't feel super wet. It feels just barely damp now. So I'm gonna leave it here for a couple, maybe another hour or so. I think our rain's supposed to start maybe in a couple hours, so I may leave it for one more hour. I need to go on the other side where Hendrix is there and see how it's looking. See if it's looking as clean on the other side. It sure is cleaner than it was. Look at him, he's crazy. And so here is how it's looking on the other side. I mean, the pink stuff there that was spilled on it, still very much there, but not nearly to the extent that it was. This, what was that? I guess this needs to be brushed out. It'll vacuum out, I guess. That was the stain there. It was kind of substantial. So maybe once it's totally dry, I can vacuum that out. Some of this brushing might help the overall appearance. It's a little wetter on one side than the other. But yeah, let it dry another hour or so anyway before I take it in. This is after I've taken it off the fence. So, a lot better. Still that big pink area. Still some discoloration in the high traffic spots. I've not vacuumed it yet. It's still wet. It still needs to dry. But it's mostly drained. Almost all the water out of it now. There's Hendrix still watching it. So this is probably 2 hours after the last segment that I shot. Pretty good results. I think if I just vacuum over some of that area right over there, that's where her feet sit most of the time. But I'll be able to get most of even that out. Not nearly as bad as it was. Very cool. And here's my mom's rug after all the washings, scrubbings, dry vacuuming, out dry for a day, and then I vacuumed it again. Hopefully she'll appreciate it. That pink place where she had this stuff, I don't know, still don't know what it was. Kool-Aid, cough syrup, looked like cough syrup. Scrubbed. Maybe a pro could have done better, I don't know. I don't think they'd have put as much effort into it as I did though. So very cool. I'll be taking it up to the mountains and putting it on her floor later this week. So we'll have a before and after shot of that when I get it. Pretty killer. I would say that's a lot of work, but it does work. It works to take a hose, spray it, put some really good shampoo on, scrub, dry vac it, wet dry vac it. Do it multiple times if you want to. It looks almost like new, except for just the places where she had really intense stains in it and a lot of high traffic. There are some places where it's a little bit more worn than other places. There we go. Did it all out here in the driveway at my own house. Carried it down the mountain. There's no place up there to do it, so this was all done at my house. Very cool. Nice clean rug, my mom's favorite little rug for her house. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like.